Hey there, so this is episode 3 of the story of what it's like to be a regular family owning a private island out in the Pacific Ocean. In the first 2 episodes, I shared with you how we first got there and boated around it and walked through the jungle of Victor Island, and after that we finally got to check out the outside of the house. Now, the real estate listing did vaguely state that there is some sort of water damage, but really we had no idea what to expect. I was thinking it could be anything between a couple rotten siding planks to complete frame damage, and when we did get to look at it, it seemed okay, but boy, were there ever surprises in store for us down the road.
Yeah, no kidding.
So this is the side with the water damage here?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, this is the view. Look at the house.
See, this rotten behind there. So this wall needs to be rebuilt.
Okay.
Now you see he had all this fancy shit on the side up there.
Yeah, the
That's
shingle
just-
kind of thing.
Well, below the shingle, the square pattern.
the
thing.
square
Square
stuff.
pattern, yeah.
That to me just looks like a water trap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's got that irregular surface where it can stay
and
and
it's
seep
got all the
into.
little
Yeah.
seams and shit, right?
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's from the bottom of that down,
Yeah.
right? So obviously, you know, you can feel the stud going behind here, right? Here's the studs.
Yeah.
Now it's a little clunky. The stud, I can make my nail go in a bit. So you know, guys might have to just
Rip it down.
bit by bit,
Yeah. Start
just
from the top
and around this
down.
side here too. A little better.
Yeah, it feels a little soft.
Well, there's a little flex because of how it was nailed. It looks like it was blind nailed, right? They didn't look like they pounded all the nails right in on the surface. Not that I can see. So if it was blind nailed, like you do inside cedar or like pine siding, it's only nailed on the tongue, or the tongue and groove. So you don't have any nails in the middle of the board. But this one feels a whole lot better than
Oh,
this
yeah,
side.
You hear the difference.
Yeah. That takes
So-
a lot of good video for your dad, babe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
So this wall for sure. And then if in fact that collection of whatever, you know, square stuff, probably from there down, just change the siding and put something on the, see, the guy wasn't thinking, this is the West Coast. Rain and water goes sideways and up sometimes. Every one of these little fucking cracks is a place for the water to get in.
So you'd want to have
You want
something
siding
completely
overlapping,
siding
yeah.
overlapping.
Like
yeah.
good old normal cedar siding or board and batten, right? Where you got the board straight up and down, you know, the 12-inch board with the 4-inch one in the middle covering the gap. You ever seen board and batten?
No.
Okay, well, board and batten is you take a 12-inch cedar board and maybe a 3 or 4-inch cedar board. You put two 12-inchers like this with about a 1-inch gap in the middle, and then you lay a 4-inch one on
Okay.
top, right? And it lets it breathe, but it can't penetrate, and water
It'll run
runs
straight
down,
down,
instead of having it this way, right? So,
Okay.
you know,
Is the drain for the septic here?
this one here, yeah, then it goes down and over to that side.
Somebody put a lot of work into this thing.
Well, you know, this is it, and some people might look at this and go, it's not worth a goddamn thing. But I'll tell you, when you think about the labor it takes to get it all up here and stuff like that,
That's incredible.
there is some certainly some, and this side needs some paint. You know, the longer it takes, this is what I'm saying. This is the stuff that should be done,
Right away.
you know, in your next summer or two,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is to get this thing.
You can see the moisture
Scrape it.
inside on the windows. Hey, it's
The
condensing.
seals are broken.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's not inside. It's the seals broken.
Oh, it's in between
Yeah, it's
the panes.
Oh.
So you'd
okay.
have to take the panes off, take them into Campbell River, get them redone, and pop them back in, right? But that's the least of your worries
Yeah.
right now.
So that's quite a bit of material, right? If you think about the 2 or 3 walls. So what you said that somebody can bring and put the material up here, would it be on this side? Like, is this where they would
on
drop
the
it?
dock, or you know what? I'll tell you. Something else a person can do. Do you know what a herring skiff is?
No.
Remind me to try to show you one over there. It's a big flat bottom scow that the commercial fishermen and the Indians have used for catching herring, okay? Flat bottom, 10 feet wide, 20, 30, 40 feet long, pounds like shit in this weather, but it's a truck, right? You can put 8 tons in those things. So there's your pickup truck.
Yeah.
So now you buy a nice brand new, say 90 horsepower or 150 horsepower engine, and you put it on that. That is your first mode of transportation. It's not graceful, it's not pretty, but it gets you back and forth with all your shit. When you're finished, you take that motor off and you put it on that nice new or used 20-foot aluminum sport fishing boat. So you've already got your engine, you got a new reliable engine for 15 grand, right? And you got yourself an aluminum truck that you could literally clean your path to the beach and bring it up here and just pack the stuff up here. Or you take it to your dock, you clear your path, you get yourself an ATV with a big fat tire trailer or a gator or something, and
Bring it down.
you know, now there's a handful of guys, a week's worth of work, not even, move the rocks, move the sticks, cut the shit back, make a path from here to the dock 6 feet, 8 feet wide.
Yeah.
Come down here and a turnaround. Infrastructure first, right?
Absolutely.
In this case, I mean, you want to get to this as soon as you can. Give or take another season, it probably doesn't frickin' matter. The damage is done, but as soon as you get to it, but your ingress and egress from your property is the first thing to make it as easy as possible. It'll save you sweat on every stick.
yeah. Let me take a little bathroom break.
Comes down here, goes through into the tank. Just enough grade to get some water into the tank.
And what's this for? This big outlet here.
Clean out probably. Yeah, just a way to, like right now the excess will just dump out. And what has he got here? He's got a separate one here. So you close this, you get it in here. Okay, so this is all closed. So you close this, it fills up, and it pours over into this one, and this one goes.
This
and
goes
feeds
to the tank. Yeah. Seems like it, yeah. Oh, so this could keep all the solid crap, right? That falls down, and then just the water overflows.
That's a
seems
good
like.
point. That's probably
Yeah.
exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah, Victor, I'd say that's a very good assumption.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you know, again, there's nothing stopping a person, depending on where you want to put it, tying another tank in.
Well, it's 1,500 gallons. That's a tremendous amount of water, but I guess it doesn't rain here all the time either, so that has
Well,
to
on the
last.
West Coast
right?
more than others, but you know what? It's one of those things for the couple of grand it costs. It never has too much water,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Okay, now this is going to be a bit precarious, so just let me get on here first because I really don't want it to fall with me on its plane.
It's wobbly.
All
There we
right.
go. That's awesome.
Also, this.
This is like original construction from 10 years ago. Looks like this little walkway.
Never really got finished, right?
Yeah, like a big rock behind the
Oh, it's awesome.
house.
It's definitely way better in person.
Well, they still work.
Surprising how much damage water can do to a house. It was only built in 1998, so it's been standing there for 15 years and hasn't really been inhabited, as far as I know, for any period of time. But it, you can just see how rotten those walls were, and the walkway was falling apart. So it looked quite shabby. But the inside was quite a different story, and that's gonna come in episode 4. So stick around, and I'm gonna show you what the inside finishes look like. I'm gonna leave you with a couple pictures of the view from front of the house and from the dock that were taken with a much nicer camera than my camcorder, and they're quite breathtaking, as you will see. See you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.